Have you ever scrolled past a yoga video with calm music and someone moving so gracefully that it looked effortless? You think, that seems easy. I could totally do that. But then you walk into your very first class, roll out your mat, and within minutes your legs are shaking. Your breathing feels off, and suddenly you're not sure if you're doing it all wrong. That's when the question hits. Why is this so hard? Here's the thing. There's a truth about yoga that no one really talks about before your first class. And today, I'm going to share that truth with you. It's not just about touching your toes or finding flexibility. Yoga has a way of holding up a mirror, showing you exactly where your body and mind resist, and that can be uncomfortable. But it can also be the start of something transformative. So before you quit or think it's not for you, stay with me. What happens in your first class might surprise you, and it might just unlock something deeper than you expected. Before you step into your first yoga class, you might feel a mix of excitement and uncertainty. Imagine arriving at a serene studio, the gentle hum of calming music, and an inviting space filled with the promise of inner exploration. As you roll out your mat, your heart beats with anticipation. Yet, underneath that excitement is a subtle whisper of doubt. Am I ready for this? In this moment, you're not just starting a physical practice. You're about to embark on a journey into a deeper connection with yourself. In the very first moments of your class, as you mirror the instructor's posture, you might notice that your body responds in unexpected ways. Perhaps a stretch that looked simple on YouTube suddenly becomes a challenge. You feel the resistance in muscles you never knew were holding tension, and your breath stumbles in rhythm with your awkward movements. It is in these raw, unfiltered experiences that the true essence of yoga begins to unfold. You are forced to confront imperfections, both physical and mental, and discover that these vulnerabilities are where the real learning lies. This beginning is not a failure, but an invitation to embrace imperfection and to understand that the struggle is part of the process. Every wobble, every deep gasp, and every hesitant attempt is a step toward transformation. It's as if your body is whispering secrets about areas that need healing, while your mind opens up to the possibility of letting go of old patterns. Here, in these first critical minutes, you are learning to listen to yourself, to the quiet signals that guide you toward balance and peace. As you settle into the practice, you begin to realize that yoga is not merely about achieving the perfect pose. It's about the courage to start, the perseverance to continue, and the willingness to explore what lies beneath the surface. Stay with me as we delve into these early revelations and uncover the transformative power hidden in your very first steps on the mat. Somewhere around the halfway point, something unexpected happens. You stop worrying so much about getting the pose right. You begin to focus more on your breath. Inhale, exhale, and for a few seconds, your mind quiets. You're still shaking. You're still unsure, but something is shifting. You realize that yoga isn't about performance. No one is judging you. No one is watching. It's just you, your breath, and your body, learning to work together. That's when the resistance starts to soften, not because the poses get easier, but because you stop fighting yourself. You start listening. You start feeling. And for a brief moment, you understand why people come back to this practice again and again. It's not about touching your toes. It's about touching that inner stillness you didn't even know was there. Somewhere around the halfway point, something unexpected happens. You stop worrying so much about getting the pose right. You begin to focus more on your breath. Inhale, exhale, and for a few seconds, your mind quiets. You're still shaking. You're still unsure. But something is shifting. You realize that yoga isn't about performance. No one is judging you. No one is watching. It's just you, your breath, and your body, learning to work together. That's when the resistance starts to soften, Not because the poses get easier, but because you stop fighting yourself. You start listening. You start feeling. And for a brief moment, you understand why people come back to this practice again and again. It's not about touching your toes. It's about touching that inner stillness you didn't even know was there. By the end of your first yoga class, your body might feel tired, stretched, maybe even sore. But there's also something else, a kind of stillness that wasn't there before. It's not that everything is suddenly easy. It's that you've taken the first step towards something more meaningful. Yoga isn't about perfection. It's about presence. And that's the truth no one really tells you. The poses are just a doorway. What really matters is the space you create inside. A space where you can breathe, feel, and simply be. So if your first class left you feeling awkward, unsteady, or even discouraged, good. That means you showed up. You started. And sometimes, just showing up is the most powerful thing you can do. Welcome to your yoga journey, the real one.